All right, so you've seen it, right? The screenshots, the buzz, people are actually getting paid to post on X. But there's this one huge number that just stops almost everyone dead in their tracks. Today, we're going to break down the playbook to get right past it.
Yep, this is it. 5 million. That's the magic number. We're talking 5 million impressions, the number of times people have seen your posts in just the last 3 months. I know, it sounds absolutely insane, like a mountain you can't possibly climb. But what if there was a strategic way to do it? And not just do it, but do it fast.
Okay, so there are 3 things you got to do. Getting X Premium? Easy. That's just a click. 500 followers? Totally doable. You can grind that out. But that last one, that 5 million impression monster, that's the real gatekeeper. And that is exactly what we are going to tear apart in this explainer.
So, how do you do it? Well, the answer isn't what you think. It's not about just shouting into the void, posting more and more of your own stuff. Nope. The secret is to stop broadcasting and start conversing. Welcome to the Strategic Reply Playbook, where every single reply is about to become your secret weapon.
And I want to be super clear about this. If you take only one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Your replies are the key. Not your posts, your replies. Those smart, well-timed comments you leave on other people's stuff, that's the engine that's going to drive you straight to that 5 million mark. It's literally the whole game.
But, you can't just reply to anyone and everyone. It's got to be strategic. Think of it in 3 categories. First, you've got your peers, accounts around your size. That's where you build real friendships, your crew. Then you've got the quality creators, a bit bigger. Replying to them gets you seen by their audience. And finally, you have the giants. These are the big fish. A good reply here can get you a massive spike in impressions. Each one has a totally different job to do.
All right, so now you know who to target. But that's only half the battle, right? Let's get into the nitty-gritty how and, more importantly, when you should reply to make sure it doesn't just disappear into the ether.
I mean, think about it. You see a huge account post something, and it is starting to blow up. You look, and there are already hundreds of replies. So how in the world do you get noticed? How do you keep your comment from getting buried? Well, it all comes down to timing. So what is that perfect moment? Well, there's this thing the pros talk about. They call it the golden window. And it's exactly what it sounds like. A short, perfect window of time where your reply is almost guaranteed to get maximum visibility. We're talking seen by the poster, their audience, everyone.
And there it is, 2 to 5 minutes. That's it. The first 2 to 5 minutes after something is posted, that is your absolute sweet spot. It's kind of like being the first person to comment on a friend's big news. Everyone sees it. But hey, don't freak out if you miss it. A really good reply can still do wonders an hour later. Just try to hit that window when you can.
Okay, ready for a pro-level tip? Think of a viral post like a huge party. The main post, that's the host, and they are totally surrounded. It's crowded, it's noisy. But the real action, the best conversations, they're happening in the little groups, the sub-conversations. So don't just talk to the host.
This is why replying to other replies is so powerful. 1, you're connecting directly with people who are already super engaged. 2, you're grabbing all these little bonus impressions that, believe me, add up big time. And 3, you're actually building a relationship with the original poster. They see you engaging in their community, and they're way more likely to remember you.
Of course, none of this matters if your replies are just, great post or a thumbs up emoji. A reply that actually works has got to have 3 ingredients. First, it has to add value. Give an insight, make them laugh, something. Second, it's got to be relevant. You wouldn't talk about crypto on a post about gardening, right? And third, it has to invite more conversation. Ask a question, challenge the idea a little, keep the conversation going.
Okay, deep breath. This right here is the big twist. This is what separates the people who make a few bucks from the people who build a real business. Getting 5 million impressions? That's just getting you in the door. It is not the main event. All these replies, they're sending a tidal wave of people to your profile. So the real question is, what are they going to see when they show up?
Listen to this because it's so important. Replies bring people to your profile. Your content makes them stay. You could do all this work, get millions of impressions, but if your profile is a mess, it's all for nothing. People will land, get confused, and leave. You need a clean bio that says who you are, a sharp banner, and a fantastic pinned post that basically says, hey, this is what I'm all about. That's how you turn a click into a follower.
So you've really got 2 choices here. On one side, you've got the ghost town profile. You get the traffic, sure, but they take one look and they bounce. You might hit your impression goal, but you'll make next to nothing. Then there's the other path, the welcome home profile. That same traffic lands, they like what they see, they follow, they engage, and that is where the real money is.
Okay, let's bring it all home. We're going to put all of this together into a final, simple action plan so you can get started, like, right now.
All right, lightning round. Some final tips from the front lines. 1. Keep it short, keep it smart. No one's reading a novel in the replies. 2. Memes and images are your friends. They get attention. 3. Don't be too fast. Replying in half a second looks body. Give it a beat. 4. Your best replies are cheat codes for your best posts. If a reply pops off, turn it into its own thing. And 5. Look at your numbers. See what's working, what replies are getting you followers, and then just do more of that.
Look, we've gone through all the tactics, all the strategies, and they will get you the numbers. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to one simple but really important question you have to ask yourself. Are you here just to farm impressions, or are you here to build an actual audience?